I want a dog. What I need to know. Everyone, at some point, decides that they want to have a dog. But this is a decision that, if carried out, must be very well planned. It is important to analyze the best way to acquire the dog, the environment, the financial conditions, and the socialization with the family. Then the doubts arise: adopt, to buy. Which breed is right for me? How is vaccination? These doubts must all be answered before getting a dog, to avoid a hasty choice that may lead to problems as time goes by. The first thing that should be considered before getting a dog is in which environment it will live. Everyone in the house must be willing to receive and take care of the pet when necessary, so that he gets a good reception and adapts more easily. Choose and evaluate the place where he will spend most of his time, the things that should be moved to avoid problems. The dog must adapt to the environment, but the place must also be ready to help in this adaptation. Look for a calm place to leave the dog's food and bed, where he can feel at ease and be protected from cold, rain or too much sun. A very important question when deciding to have a puppy is how much you will spend on him. Like any animal, he runs the risk of diseases. It is important that the future owner considers all the necessary vaccinations and visits to the vet for the health of the pet, as well as having money available for possible emergencies and extra care. Vaccinations and deworming should be given on the right dates and without fail, so that your dog is immunized against various diseases. The owner of a puppy should be aware of the vaccine schedule that should be administered until the 5th month of the puppy's life, along with monthly worming. When the dog is older, it should be taken to the vet for medical evaluation and medication prescribed according to the professional. Castration is very important if the intention is not to breed the animal, because it avoids several problems in the female reproductive system, such as cancer, and helps control the male's hormones. There is also the dog's hygiene, which requires costs. Puppies should stay away from baths in pet shops until they have all their vaccines, but after this period, the monthly bath is important to keep your pet away from fleas and harmful bacteria. Long-haired dogs need almost daily brushing to avoid knots in the hair and grooming at certain times of the year. Adoption is highly encouraged, because of the number of dogs in shelters and NGOs. If spending on a pedigree dog is out of your budget, or the future owner prefers to adopt an abandoned dog, some evaluations should be done before choosing the ideal dog. Knowing the history of the puppy is essential, because many street animals have a history of abuse that transforms their personality, and knowing how to deal with these problems in the right way is essential. The question of the animal's health is also important, because some dogs have physical problems that require special care, which would mean more expenses. If you are interested in adopting a handicapped dog, the preparation of the environment and financial availability must be doubled. Some people are afraid to adopt a mutt because they find it unpredictable in terms of personality and size, but this is easily avoidable. A visit to the vet can clear up all doubts about the dog's physical type, and education in the right way will certainly help the dog to adapt. The range of adoption possibilities is extensive, all you have to do is research. There are many animal protection NGOs that do rehabilitation work for abandoned dogs, where they offer adoption and many times cheap basic services, such as castration and vaccines. You can also go after independent donors, known or not, who have puppies or rescued animals available for adoption. If the preference is to buy a puppy, the options may be more targeted. By analyzing the environment and the family's personality, it is interesting to draw up a profile of the ideal breed for the house. Some breeds are indicated for larger places, with vegetation, and others for small places. There are also breeds that get along better with children and with the family's daily life. The options are very varied, and certainly the future owner can find the perfect breed for himself. Regardless of the environment in which the pet will be acquired, it is important to consider everything that involves having a dog and its responsibilities, because it is a small animal that depends on its owner, needs care, and will bring happiness to your home.